Hello again, everyone. I'm hoping that my phone is going to carry on recording the whole of my video today rather than stopping part way as it did yesterday. Another Christmas card today. I don't know where my ideas come from, I have to say. I just kind of think of things and I just have to have a play until I can do it. So I've got a square card here. This is the largest square card that I can cut from a piece of A4. This is the bit that I have to cut off in order to make a square. And with the bit that came off this one, I cut out the word Christmas. And out of this piece, I could fit the word Christmas 3 times. So what I wanted to do with that word Christmas was to form just a background in relief. Very subtle, so it doesn't show much. So I'm going to leave them white. And so in order to arrange them, I started messing about with seeing how many letters I could fit on a line. And I came up with this for the square. So what I did was to just count the number of squares on my cutting mat. I have put a piece of press and seal up with the sticky side uppermost and just taped it to my mat. And then with a gel pen, I just outlined the number of these squares that I was going to use to attach my letters. And it says Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. And I've just got the 3 Christmases on. So they're all stuck down like, onto the press and seal. So what I can do now is to put some glue on the back and then turn them over onto either this card panel. I'm fighting not to cough here. If there's a funny jerk in the film, it's because I've cut a cough out of the when I was editing. So do forgive me. Anyway, either stick it onto this one or one just a bit smaller. I've got some of my dies here. These are the ones I used for cutting card. That's that one, card panels. This smaller one here kind of fits quite nicely. Whether to put it on that and then on this or what, I don't know. We'll have a see. I haven't got one of those cut out at the minute, but I certainly could. And then for decoration, I just thought I'd stick on the top this Santa. I've had this a few years. It's from Simon Says Stamp. I think they still do it. So I'm going to colour in the top layer and pop it onto the lower layer. And that is kind of going to be my card. So it really didn't take long because I was following the lines of the grid on here, both vertical and horizontal, to get these letters on. So now I think I'm just wondering whether to cut a smaller panel. I think it might make it a little bit more vital. Let me cut another panel. I'll get another one. Okay, here's my smaller panel. So that's the one I've decided I'm going to stick them on. Bit of a dirty mark there, just rub that away. I think maybe time to clean my plates. So the next one is put some glue on these letters. While I'm doing this, I'd just like to ask if anyone who hasn't subscribed could actually do so. Doesn't cost anything. I was looking at my statistics, analytics, or whatever you care to call them, and it seems that, to be precise, 32.7% of people who watch my videos haven't actually subscribed. So if you could, it would be wonderful. And each time you watch a video, click the thumbs up. And the reason being, YouTube do send me revenue from the number of people who have subscribed, the number of people who click the thumbs up and all this kind of stuff. So it really makes a huge difference to me each time you watch, if you click that thumbs up, if you just make sure that you are subscribed, if you haven't, as I say, it really doesn't cost anything for you. It's just a question of checking that box, clicking that subscribe button. So, as I said, it would be hugely helpful to me if you could. If all of those 32.7% of people who watch could actually subscribe, just imagine how many that would be. It would be wonderful. So thank you in anticipation for that. That is wonderful. Okay, now we'll just get back to this. I've just finished putting some glue on these letters, and then we'll transfer them to this smaller panel that I've just cut. Nearly finished. There we go. I haven't done this before, so I don't quite know how it's going to work out, but hopefully, I'm just taking the tape now off the mat. Hopefully we should be able to get this positioned on here. I think if I'd done them with double-sided tape on, or sheet on the back, I could have just, you know, put them on, peeled off the backing and just kind of gone for it. Let's just get this aligned. See if we can get it off. There we go. I can see a tiny bit of shine just here. I'll get a clean baby wipe and it's just a little trickle of glue. But I think if, as I said, I'd put double-sided sheet on the back, that wouldn't have happened at all. But it's actually not bad. That's why I only put glue, this kind of glue, down the middle of the letters, because as my mother used to say when she was telling me how to make sandwiches, putting the butter and the filling on, just look after the middle and the edges will take care of... No, what does she say? Look after the edges and the middle will take care of themselves. I look after the middle of this. Trust me to get it wrong. Okay, so there's my background. It's so subtle, you might not notice what it says, but if you see a Father Christmas, it might make you look twice. So let's see. And he is going to just go on here somewhere, kind of like that, raised up onto something. So that could go onto there, which again will give it a frame. And that onto there. Let's colour him in, shall we? Let's just give him a bit of colour. He's going to have a red hat. I'm going to use 2 of my Nuvo markers for this, because I haven't actually sorted out exactly what the combination of Ohuhu is for the best sort of Santa red, if you know what I mean. I know that these 2 work, so I'm going to use these for now. So a bit of shading on that side of his hat, a little bit under here. Going in there like that. Okay. These ones just kind of come out vibrantly. I rather like them, so just blending the colours in. I will sort out the Ohuhus and get the definitive mix of colours for blending for Santa red, but there we go. I think his bottom needs red as well, but if I want those little bits to stay white, which I do fancy, the easiest thing for me to do is to put a second layer on. Let me do that. If I cut out another Santa, the top of him, I can then stack it and make it, you know, easy for colouring. So let's have these. That can be my bottom layer for that.
we need one of these. Now, what I want to do is to just pop out all of these little, I don't know what they are really, the little tiddly bits. And then, where's a pokey tool? Oh, here, here's one. Poke these all out, and then if I colour the rest, the white from the one underneath will show. And I'll glue all over it so they stick to that and don't get lost. In the ordinary way, I would put a piece of tape over the back to make sure they don't fall out. But as I'm going to be gluing it down, hopefully they'll remain in. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Same two colours, same thing. A bit of darker shading on the left-hand side. Maybe just under his beard. Okay. And the other one. If anybody's got Ohuhu markers and would like to tell me which ones they like to mix to make this kind of red, I'd love to hear what you use, and I'll have a try. I've got a couple there, but I'm not as happy with that mix. What have I got here? I have got do you know, I can't read it without my glasses. R8, is it? Look at this nifty glasses case. Don't you think this is clever? Look. Isn't that clever? Right, let's have a look and see what size it actually, what the number is. I'm not sure if it's a 6 or an 8. That's an 8. R8 and R5 I've got there. But as I say, I still prefer this mix at the moment, so we'll see. Well, there's that. That can go onto there. Now we'll do his nose. And for his nose, I think we'll... You do have to be careful. If you touch, like I've got ink on my fingers here, if you touch a wet bit of alcohol colouring with a messy finger like that, you'll transfer the colour, which is not always a good thing, let's face it. Okay, and we'll have a little grey on here for shading. Underneath his nose. Come up these little bits here. Oh, you can see it, look. Let's change and do the other one. I've got a bit of red on that. Let me just wipe my fingers. Look, you see it's coming off. Right, I'll try again. That could be the under one. Have it somewhere completely separate. Let's come over here. Okay. Just use a bit of blender. There we go. Now let's just pop these together. First of all, I'm going to put glue all over the back of that. And for that, I think I'll use my broad. Oops-a-daisy. Oh, just to get the whole lot in one fell swoop, as it were. Okay. Pop that onto here. So I want all of those little
things to be stuck down. This can go on the top. Let's just put my weight on that. Perhaps I'll use this other glue for this one. I just wanted to make sure each of those little kind of look like strawberry pips, don't they? Strawberry seeds. Hope you can see this. I keep tending to go out of shot of the camera. Put these two together and these two together. That's going to be my lower one. The side of this is a little bit not coloured, so I'm just going to go around the edge. That's better. There we are. Now we'll stick these on. This one next. I haven't stuck the noses together. Let's do that. Does help if you put some glue on. Pretty, isn't he? Right. All we need to do now is to just put him on a bit of foam tape and pop him on the front somewhere. Got to stick those things down. I'll just show you how I clean this. This is a little pot with some isopropyl alcohol in, and all I do is just put a little over it like this. Keep a pin in the top. As long as it stays upright, it's all right. And then with a piece of paper towel, I tend to use a dry paper towel rather than a wet wipe. Just wipe it away. There we go. Nice and clean. Need to put a bit more on there. Red is absolutely, you know, predominant. It's a very strong colour. But this is what I use all the time. This and essential oil. Can you see? You can see it's eating into the colour there. Do you see it? Just gets rid of it easily. Wonderful. Okay, so there's my little Santa. Here is my card. So, where shall he go? Somewhere like that, I think. So I will put him together and take a picture, put him on the end of the video, and I hope you'll come and see me again very soon. Thank you so much for watching.